The Warnborough
Today we're speaking with Celina Senisterra, who graduated from us in 2017 with a PhD in Mesoamerican architecture and statements of cultural identity, so in a cultural art history program. So firstly, what was your initial attraction to study at Warnborough?
My background is in architecture. First, I worked as an architect, and then when I moved in Argentina, and that's where I was born and grew up. Then when I moved to Canada, I started working in the art. I have my dog here. So I started to work in the Hamilton Art Gallery and the McMaster University Art Gallery as a docent. And so I wanted to continue studying. So when my children were already in the university, I did my master's in art history in the University of Toronto. But after that, I wanted to continue specializing in one topic. I wanted Latin American art and architecture. So I wanted to research on that. So they don't do that. And in no university in the area, they study that topic. So, and I have a family, and I had also a job in the gallery and also in the administration in the university. So I was not willing to move to study, but yes, I wanted some structure. And then researching, some friends said, why don't you check the colleges that offer online programs? And that's how I was lucky, because I found the best professor actually. So Warnborough connected me with Dr. Jill Kiefer. She was my supervisor. And I couldn't, when I checked with other friends who did the PhDs in art history or any other discipline, I had the best supervisor. So the online was what attracted me most, because I didn't need to disrupt my family life or my job. I could continue studying. It's a little harder because you cannot interact in person, but I didn't feel any challenge there. It was actually better when I compare with other students who had the supervisor in front of them here in the university, in any other type of PhD research. I had, I guess, the best guidance. I started 2014 until 2017, and they could also accommodate my special interest. And so I could study what I wanted at Warnborough.
Yeah, well, that's so great that you found us. So what would you say your three highlights were of your course?
Well, first, the supervisor. Couldn't have asked for a better, she was extraordinary, because she guided me well, but she respected my points. She never tried to modify what I wanted to show, what was the topic and what was my thesis, what I wanted to test in my research. But she guided me well. It was consistent. So it was and she had an extreme knowledge on the topic. By coincidence, that's not her main area of expertise, but she had a tremendous knowledge on how to, on the topic itself, but also on methodologies and research methods, how to make it clear for, in my case, I wanted the thesis to be, the dissertation to be accessible to anybody, not just to those who are experts in that field, but to anybody. So with the language, it had to be, or if there was any concept, it had to be introduced there. So she guided me well in when there was a concept that it was supposed to be just understood by those who study that area, to make it more clarified better, so it was more accessible. The online, it's just priceless, right? And the flexibility that I could choose any topic I wanted. All the communication with the administration, with my supervisor, it was impeccable. Like we said, like now we said, okay, that time we are meeting. All the administration, all the logistics, they were perfect too. So there was never a disappointment. I went twice to Warnborough in person to present part of my to the conference, to present my project. And so again, it was also the atmosphere is very friendly, family style atmosphere. not everywhere is like that. There's a lot of competition like in Toronto was great, but there was a lot of competition among professors. Here is all friendly. Everybody's there to support you in the administration or in the professionally or the supervisor first. Yeah, Julian has been great too.
Then that's great, because it's obviously quite a big step to take to decide to study online rather than, go to somewhere local to you. Next, can you give us some insight into your career since you graduated?
First, I wrote a book on the thesis. It's Jill advised me from the beginning, if you're planning to publish this, have that in mind. So then you don't have to rewrite the whole thing. So from the beginning, I wrote the dissertation with publishing in mind. And through Warnborough, I learned some other students had published through it's a Cambridge Scholars Publishing. And so I connected them. And so the first 2 years, so I finished in July 2017. And so the first 2 years was mostly the technical, because not the writing itself that was accepted by the publisher immediately, but you have to specify each illustration. And in art, you need a lot of lots of illustration. 2019, the book was published, and then I spent maybe 6 months promoting the book in universities and connecting with other universities. For the publisher, I'm doing also book reviews for that in art history. And so that's very nice. And then I send the reviews to them. They put it in their publisher, like in their advertising, but also I send to some journals. So that's mostly what I'm doing. Yeah.
Busy then, very busy.
Yeah.
So lastly, do you have any advice for students thinking of joining us? Any advice you could give?
Well, because it was such a good experience for me. So to really explore the online learning, for sure, to choose a topic they really like to explore, because Warnborough offers that. That's not everywhere. That you can do explore the topic you really want, and trust Warnborough, because they will connect you with the best instructor or supervisor to choose the topic they want, and to stick to the routine was very important but Warnborough offers that. That was the spotless, from the administration, the instructor, the Julian, everything was the timing was perfect. So to explore that opportunity, because it's really very how can I say, fulfilling or rewarding, because you can reach your goals even with your personal challenges, right? Yeah, to really give it a try and to trust, because they will be happy and very successful in what they do.
Amazing, that's great advice. Thank you so much. It was lovely to speak to you, Lily.
The Warnborough Echo.